let's get into a reading for our Saturday night Empress Live. April Fools! Hi, how are you? You probably thought I wasn't coming on tonight since I didn't come on last week. My apologies. I did work until 8:30, and even getting off at 7, you see I'm not on until 9, and after I get everything done that I need to get prepared for a reading. So I truly hope you guys appreciate these readings. Definitely hit the like button below to show your appreciation, and thank you so much for being here. All right. Now, in honor of the Libra full moon, I do have my rose quartz on. So this is a rose quartz headpiece. I have rose quartz also in this beautiful necklace that I have here. So we're definitely tapping into those heart chakra energies and taking a look at what's going on perhaps behind the scenes for us. So we're going to tap into the ShapeShifters Oracle to get our main energy out. We'll then tap into the Light Seers Tarot. I'm going to do a Lenormand spread tonight, I think, to get a little bit of a past, present, and future energy on what may be going on for us at this time. Just kind of look at the general energies that may be coming up. A lot of burdens, it looks like, holding back, watching our money is what I feel like right now, watching our pocketbook, pinching our pennies perhaps. Could be a lot going on right now. Could be a lot of things that you need to take care of that require money, so that could be a big part of your focus. And definitely I've been seeing that a lot, and I can relate as well because I've been working a lot the last few weeks. All right, I only had one day off last week and I still managed to get 19 videos out, believe it or not. All right, so we got Four of Wands. So yeah, definitely we're trying to improve our lifestyle because, you got to be able to enjoy your life. All work and no play, as they say. Well, we know what happens in that instance. We'll clarify everything with the holographic tarot. Definitely a lot of juggling right now. Somebody could also be juggling in the arena of love. You could also be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or this could be you. Definitely maybe not feeling like things have been coming out in the wash, as they say. You could have actually even suffered like some kind of, physical ailment at this time. You could be dealing with something going on in your body, depression, anything that could affect your health, basically, right? Mental health, emotional health, doesn't matter. So we're going to tap into the Moonology parts as well and get a message out and read out of the book as far as what may be going on at this time for us. All right, so we can get a clear idea of the all-around picture of things. Now, for every reading, I always use the Lover's Oracle cards to pull love advice, which I'm going to do for this reading, of course, as well. Definitely subscribe and hit the bell notification if you haven't already. As I said, I put out 19 videos a week at this point, so one for each zodiac sign. If you haven't checked out your zodiac reading, go ahead and do that. At the end, I will also flip my handy dandy divination coin, so do get a question ready. We will answer that at the end. I always like to use my singing bowl to help bring in the energies, break up the dark, dense, negative energies, and get those out of the way. Thank you so much to the angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides. Bring through the messages that are most needed at this time. Beautiful. I'm definitely getting orange and yellow, like solar plexus, and just being creative, trying to figure out perhaps a strategy, how we can work something out more in our favor, if you will. Yeah, so let's tap in and see what's going on with the energies tonight. Ooh, Beauty and the Beast coming out as we cut the deck. So definitely could be something around that. Fiona and the Unicorn. So you may be feeling like a little bit of a trapped bird, caged bird kind of thing, feeling like maybe somebody has more control over you than you would prefer. Maybe you're not feeling like you can be yourself, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of trapped in a lifestyle or a way of being that doesn't allow you to really be who you are. We have the Snake Princess coming out today, and I'm getting a lot of Kundalini awakening energy, meaning that all of your chakras are awakening, you know what I mean? And they're starting to connect in a more cohesive way. And when you get those aligned and working together, and the energy is all good, then hey, then we can have the apple, we can have the prize, if you will. So this card talks about the serpentine path to power. So again, Kundalini awakening and 42 coming to a 6. So this is all about finding that balance within ourselves today, all right? We are awakening to perhaps also what we have been through, all right? Making peace with what we've been through. No longer wanting to be in this place of depression if this is where you have been, with Alice in a sea of tears. This card says, cast away out of the depth, feeling abandoned. So you may have felt abandoned in a particular situation. You may be feeling abandoned at this time just in general in life, like, where do I belong? Trying to find your place and to really feel good about your who you are, if you will. We have Orca Magic coming out. The Akashic Library is open, 43, and that's the card right after 42. So there's definitely a progression happening here where you're changing a lot of things around. Again, we were getting that Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. It's interesting, in this Alice in a Sea of Tears, we also have a rat here. So that further causes me to feel like, there was definitely some kind of deceptive energy around you, maybe something that you dealt with for quite a long time, and you're really wanting to break free and change perhaps, your destiny or the direction, in any case, that things have been going, if you will. So awakening this magic, this kundalini, this connection within yourself is going to help you to find the answers, to honor yourself, and to be strong enough to, make the hard choices that perhaps you need to make, even if it does mean, you got to pinch your pennies a little bit and you got to figure out a different way than what you had originally thought as far as the way things would go. So let's read this card and see what it has to say for us. So the divination energy of this card says, hold on just a second, guys, so I can read it at the same time. And see what you get from this card as well with this snake. There also could be a snake around that you need to be aware of. Someone, that perhaps is watching your every move, or you feel like is waiting for the right moment to strike. This could be somebody trying to come back into the picture as well. You are being healed and given guidance from the serpent goddess, who is the originator of all life. You are a keeper of the old ways. You are the one who cannot flee these changes, and so you must use your power with great discernment and precision. So you really have to be aware and cautious, maybe with that snake, because of who's around you, all right? You may have to be careful about the plans that you're putting into place, and be careful about who you talk to, who you trust at this time, all right? You have great powers of divination and may have associations with the ancient Pythia, the Oracle of Delphi. I definitely tap into that energy for sure. I was trained under, the Delphi Oracle, so that's how I learned my priestessing, and it's a very powerful method of doing so as well, I might add. Tapping into the ancient lineage to me always made more sense, because that's where the real power was, that's where you saw and where the stories come from of where the real magic happens. So I always felt like tapping into the roots is really where we're going to get the main energy and, the meat and potatoes of what we're looking for, right? Okay, so And over time, the Pythia transformed into the oracle of Apollo, but the Pythia remained the guardian of the Serpentine way. It may be time to walk a labyrinth, to forego the linear, dualistic view of the world, and to begin to live in a more feminine, organic, undulating way. Have you been feeling that way? Like you really feel like we need to take care of ourselves, right? And we need to be kinder to one another as well. I see this so much, especially within the competitive field that I work in surgery, it's like there's no reason for us to be mean. We're like, especially in the field that I work in, it's like we're there to care for people. So why would you not want to be kind to one another, right? It very much matters. And your energy, the way that you hold it, the way you treat yourself, the way you treat others is so very important. This is a wonderful time to learn ritual dance, to explore what skin it is you must shed, to observe the rites of ancient cultures, and to acknowledge that you too are one of the people of the serpent. This is a good and sacred thing, as these people are ancient and wise ones who are bringing deep earth and the highest heavens again. Sorry, let me read that one more time. This is a good and sacred thing, as these people are ancient and wise ones who are bringing back serpentine wisdom so we can bridge the gap between the deep earth and the highest of heavens again, right? Because we were never meant to lose that connection. And now, is more than ever, is important for us to have that reconnection within ourselves, right? To meet spirit halfway, all right, so that it can meet us and we can bridge that gap together, if you know what I mean. Bring heaven to earth, right? Within ourselves and for all. You are also able to communicate with the dead, a talent of the very wise, and some say the very brave. Yeah, so if you're talking to the dead, I don't do that so much, but kudos to you. And definitely there are people that you can help. Especially if they need messages, from the other side, and you're able to tap in that way, all right? Please explore this talent if this card comes forth, as an ancestor is willing to share great knowledge with you. With this knowledge, you will be free, and we will regenerate the ancient secrets kept hidden too long. You are strong enough, worthy enough. All right, all of us are. It's just about stepping up to the plate. It's about accepting that challenge, all right? Of being a better person, of changing our life around, of changing the Akashic records, right? This is a time to step into the greatness like the Orca well, to uncover, unleash all of that magic. When we start out, the monadic, aspect of, the oneness, us, is a circle with us in the middle. We have to learn how to reach out, to move out of that space and to create, just like a seed has to come out and grow out of the ground, right? This is us to be able to change the way that things perhaps are going in our lives. We have to take a stand and also to heal, right? Whatever is keeping us in this place where maybe we feel like we're drowning, and it could just be us and our energy and just all of that debris that we need to clear out. Springtime, right? Spring cleaning. And Libra, full moon is asking us to balance ourselves out, to, allow that kundalini to rise, not become as that, depiction of the snake that is like something that is sneaky. And we don't want to deal with those kind of people, nor do we want to be those kind of people. But this is about stepping into our power. This is a very powerful time to do it as well, but what do you need to come to balance and within yourself to be able to allow that to happen? You know what I mean? We got King of Swords coming out here today. Could be doing a lot of thinking at this time, pondering about the way forward. At the same time, a lot of birds around, so you get the bats, you know, so you could be up in your head a lot. The owl, you could be up at night. And then we got the crow up here, right? So, yeah, definitely it's all around money still, though. I feel like a lot of people, or whoever I'm tapping into right now, is definitely thinking a lot about their finances, you know, really feeling like they're in the flow of being able to make things happen. And now look, we got King of Swords and Queen of Swords. If you're not an air sign with an air sign, this is definitely about getting that balance within yourself. And you know where that starts, right? In the mind, for sure. That is why I went into hypnosis, because I know how much that does help, you know, for you to be able to heal and to have the right perspective moving forward, and just in general in making decisions in your life, right? We have to be honest with ourselves, and sometimes, you know, you got to balance the mothering, you know, loving aspect with sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and that's the masculine, you know, or like the way dad would kind of approach it. So definitely intuition is off at this time. Again, the alignment within ourselves is going to be so important at this time. Absolutely, there is some sadness about the past, is what I'm seeing here. Definitely broken heart energy. Whether that's, if we're talking just about you, then, you know, this is about mulling over those disappointments of the past. But this is greatly affecting your energy. You just have to know that. All right, this is not allowing you to be able to think clearly, if you will. That's why, you know, that fire, it's like it's down to almost nearly nothing, you know, when it's in the reverse. So I feel like the fact that we may have been focused on past disappointments and hurts, no matter what this is, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be in a relationship, but just maybe feeling in general like, why is my life at this point where it is, where I feel like I really have nothing to look forward to? And this is what can be affecting our ability to really tap into the right answers, or the direction that we need to move forward, you know, and to stay positive and hopeful. Yes, because this is the energy that we need to tap into right here, all right? But the reason why something in the past as well with this Adam and Eve type of energy, you know, because again, this can be read different ways. There could have been a snake in the garden, if you will. Another woman with that Queen of Wands, could have been fire sign, doesn't matter, but was able to come in and kind of steal the show, if you will. And it's kind of like your magnetism, your power was dimmed as a result of allowing, you know, this situation that happened perhaps to have a negative effect on you and your emotions. I feel like at this point you're ready to just let it all go. You're ready to trust the universe. It's kind of like, you know, how much worse can it get kind of thing. Ready to put those burdens down. Beautiful. And hopefully that's what you're doing at this point. I just saw, oh, so I thought I saw 1111. My bad. I did not. But this is really good, because it feels like this could have been the person that was bringing all the burdens. Whoever this controlling person was in your life, you know, was running the show. But definitely, you know, it's like, it strikes me as the type of person that has, and maybe that's what this is all about with the money coming out so much, is that this person was controlling everything, right? But I feel you tapping into your heart chakra at this point, right? When we look at this card here, you know, we're coming out of that being in the sea of tears, and we're starting to really love ourselves and put our crown back on, right? Etherically speaking and otherwise, because otherwise this is the energy that we end up in, you know, where we're not able to think or feel straight. We're totally off as far as our internal GPS, because if we're constantly in a state of distress, you know, that is going to really throw everything off that we're trying to create in our lives. Ten of Pentacles coming up here in reverse, so definitely something could be ending. This could be a family situation, excuse me, with that Ten of Pentacles, because you know you see the family here and everything. But we also see the Tree of Life here as well. And I feel like that definitely taps in with that Orca magic and the Akashic records. So, you know, yes, this did change things. If this was an ending that you had that really caused you a lot of sadness and hurt, and definitely could have hurt in the pocketbook as well, is what I was hearing, because it may change your lifestyle by making a choice like this, right? You may not feel because of certain changes that may have to occur as a result that you are, it's a good decision, if you will. You know, it's kind of like you may feel like you're losing out more than you're winning, if you will. I do feel like there is more that you're going to learn at this time, or need to learn, that will help you to be able to move out of a situation perhaps that has had you stuck for quite a while. All right, someone who has been controlling the situation and perhaps, you know, had other people in the background, and at the same time, more or less, you know, acting single, if you will. And here you are, brokenhearted, and trying your best, you know, to get by on what little you have, and maybe you did have children. And this person could have just literally acted like they didn't even care about what you were going through. Absolutely, could have had a child with someone else even. But more than anything, I see that your happiness is very important to you. I feel like you're at a point where you know that you've got to look into this and figure out exactly what it is that you need to do, all right? Because this is not working out, whatever it is. And actually, I did want to read real quick this Ten of Wands, so I can tell you the energy around that, because this is the main energy at the crux of it all. So I just wanted you to be aware of this, all right? So Ten of Wands energy, which is actually in reverse, and a good thing, because that means that the burdens, we're laying the burdens down. So divided attentions, clinging to responsibilities, difficulty asking for help, the depression of martyrdom. So it's like, it feels like you're always sacrificing yourself, but I feel like you're not going to be sacrificing yourself any longer. Letting go of someone else's expectations of you, a need to stand up for yourself. So this is at the crux of it, needing to stand up for yourself, and maybe feeling like it may be hard for you to do that, or someone's making it difficult for you to stand up for yourself. So the affirmation, or sorry, um, all those responsibilities, do you really need to carry all those wands all by yourself, all at the same time? Couldn't you drop a few of them by prioritizing? Or maybe, just maybe, things would go a whole lot faster if you enlisted some help. So do you need some help? Definitely delegate right now if you do have a lot on your plate. All you have to do is ask. Drop the non-essentials and any heaviness that is weighing you down, because you are so, so close, yet so, so burdened. Think levity, goals, and bring relief to any overwhelm or molasses energy that you are feeling. Sometimes this means letting go of a learned behavior or a limiting belief, and sometimes it means deleting a task on your calendar, whether your burdens are material, spiritual, literal, or energetic. It's clear that you've got some extra baggage right now. Release that ish and enjoy your last steps to the finish line. Your affirmation that you can say with this card is, I release my burdens into the ethers, knowing that the universe will help me to tend to the essentials, all right? Because right now it feels like, there's a lot that you're trusting spirit to help you with. And particularly, it could be around this controlling individual that has been dimming your light for some time, right? And if we continue to stay in this situation, it looks like we're not going to continue to have any more success than we perhaps had in the past. And we are only going to continue to dim our own light. And this is exactly what we don't want to do, all right? So let us look into the holographic tarot to clarify this all a bit further. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Happy Saturday and happy April. Five of Cups. What do we need to know about the Five of Cups? We've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So definitely, perhaps this person kept you from working, or you weren't able to work for some reason because of being so upset and troubled by something that you learned. Maybe that's what this is all about, right? And maybe somebody was trying to mind F you and make you think that you didn't know what you were seeing, They were trying to make you think that everything was all right, perhaps. We got the Ten of Pentacles and the Hanged Man in reverse. So yeah, I feel like whatever was going on here, you definitely were not enlightened to what was happening, that things were perhaps crumbling, that the money that you thought was there was not there, and so perhaps you just got caught off guard in a situation. King of Wands energy, somebody who, yeah, gotta have it their way, huh? Very controlling, it feels like. And now it looks like, yeah, you found out something. Something that caused you, Gabriel blew the horn, let you know that something was going on here, that you needed to step out of this space that you've been in. But finding out how to do it, perhaps again, just tapping into your energy, maybe you just feel like you've been off. And I do feel like it's been because of somebody controlling in your surroundings. But justice is coming out here today in Libra style, So there is going to be justice over this situation, just so you know. Even though I know it may not look that way at this time, especially with the cards we're seeing at the moment on the table. Yep. We got Death. And we got Five of Cups in reverse. So Spirit is asking you to do just that. Trust. Let go of this. Know how beautiful and powerful you are. Know that Spirit has got your back and it's never going to let you go under. You know what I mean? Especially with all of that emotional energy I saw with this card. All right, with Alice in the Sea of Tears and this Queen of Cups energy. So I feel like you're going to be working very hard to put your crown back on. Just walk with your head tall, held high, in spite of whatever you've been through. And you are going to have that success coming through for you. All we need to do is stand up for ourselves. Yes, time to take the blindfold off, Spirit's saying, all right? Not to ignore the white elephant in the room any longer, not to put yourself on the chopping block or, feel like you've got to sacrifice yourself for things to work out. This is no bueno energy for sure, right? We don't want to hurt or, suffer any longer. And I do feel like this person is always looking at different opportunities. So I definitely feel like there was a controlling person in this situation, most likely masculine, all right? But in any case, whoever this stronger energy is that, insists on having things their way, they may act single, again, always looking for the next opportunity, never have a clear, direction in life, though. They just kind of do whatever they want to do. Queen of Cups coming out with Three of Pentacles and Nine of Wands. I feel like somebody has definitely learned their lessons from the type of people that perhaps they have partnered with in the past, or even just people that you've dealt with in the past that, you've sacrificed yourself for, you've been there for, but they haven't necessarily been there for you. I feel like this is a big lesson that we're learning with that Nine of Wands coming out. And again, you know, this may mean that it throws our stability off for a little bit. King of Pentacles, you also could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy. But in any case, yes, money is a big part of this for sure. Magician, there could be also somebody, I saw magic as far as working against you as far as money goes. Maybe somebody doesn't want you to have success, right? And maybe you've learned about this. Maybe you learned that somebody has been working against you. What is this Six of Wands in reverse energy? Oh yeah, definitely could be that soulmate person that you've been dealing with or have dealt with in the past. It feels like they just want to keep you down. They don't want to see you succeed, right? Especially if it's not without them, but then the situation with them is so controlling. And all you want to do is be happy, right? And that's all Spirit wants for you as well. But we have to choose, you know, where we put our happiness, where we choose to put our focus, and in who, right? Because some paths are just not ones we want to go down, especially when they're dealing with people that, you know, third party situations. And if this is something you've been dealing with, in the past, this could be a lesson that, you know, you've gone through time and time again. Everything starts out well in the beginning, and then somehow it always ends up in the same dynamic, perhaps with someone else in the background, or someone from someone's past that they're still talking to or keeping in the background, you know what I mean? And it's like you always feel like you have to have your guard up in life. That's where I feel like this Ten of Wands energy is coming in with this Eight of Swords. And it's like we're always sacrificing ourselves for everybody else. But who really comes through for us, you know? Moonology, give us an energy of advice and clarity moving forward. Oh, how beautiful is that? A new romantic cycle begins with the Libra energy. This is new moon as opposed to full moon though, so I really do feel like that this romantic cycle is more about that inner one, the one that helps us to feel like we can put our crown on, like we can learn from our lessons and end, you know, these partnerships with these type of people that don't give. It's not a reciprocal type of situation. You know, when we connect with Spirit and we work with Spirit, it's always reciprocal, all right? We can't always know what 3D people are going to do, but we know how Spirit works, right? A fiery climax approaches, so if you are dealing with someone and you need to end something, definitely it feels like they're not going to make it entirely easy for you to make the choice that you feel is going to be best for you. So new moon in Libra. All right, a new romantic cycle begins. Beautiful. Let's read this card. It says, give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. And we were talking about that, like, you know, maybe someone isn't being fair in a situation. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there is a restart for you and someone else. A new relationship could be beginning, and if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. Here, here, right? We need some of that in our life. In anything you do after pulling this card, do it in pairs is advised. So whatever you do it in pairs is what the advice of this card says. You'll know what that means when it comes up. Such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through, excuse me. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. This card suggests Reach out to someone and let them know you care. Who do you need to let know that you care? All right, that could be all you need to do to help bring balance to a situation, or that could be all someone else needs to do to help to bring balance to a situation, is what this is basically saying. So if you need to be the bigger person, definitely do so, all right? But more than anything, heal within yourself and come to that balance within yourself, even if we're just talking about you getting on a good page. Because when it comes down to it, this is all about your alignment. This is all about your life, and the energy you hold and the way you think and things of that nature. It is what you say, truly, all right? But you have to believe it is so, and you have to hold to that energy so that it can manifest. We're in the 3D, so you have to take into account that matter is in play. So everything is going to be slower, all right? From us asking for the manifestation to it actually happening and then ending things, it takes time for that to happen as well. You have to break down the parts just like you have to build the parts, right? So just like the tower, we don't want it to come crashing down, but we, better than anything is to even realize beforehand, oh, this material is not going to work well, in other words, this person is not going to be good for me. We'll start to recognize that as we love ourselves and we don't stay stuck in these depressed energies, right? And we don't forget our own value and worth, because when we're in this energy, we're not putting in the work that we need to. That's really going to serve us, all right? We're going to constantly be in this type of energy, feeling like we're stuck, feeling like there's nothing that we can do, feeling like there's no solution, that we've lost all hope, all right? So Spirit's asking you not to lose hope. You just got to stay in the game and not let things take you out, all right? You are in control, and you got to know that you are. Sorry, that card went flying. We have some butterfly energy and beautiful orchid energy coming up here today. Reflection is coming out, and it's kind of, fitting because we're in Mercury retrograde. So reflect and look at your situation. So for love, it says give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. All right, this is a time for you to not allow others to have that control over you that causes your light to be dimmed. Too many times we've done that, right? We're over that life. It's all about living our best life at this point. So, yeah, that goes with the people that we partner with, that we create with. We have to choose wisely. Here's a message coming for you today that says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. And definitely, like I said, this is a very strong connection if this is a person that you have been with and that you could be dealing with at this present time. Yeah, lots of emotions coming out. Where else did I see that? Yeah, here. But you have to put your crown back on. We have to be smart about who we partner with. We don't want to have to keep going through the same lessons. So when we learn and we heal properly, then we're going to ensure that we move forward in ways that's going to be amazing. Are you ready to get an answer to your question? Thanks so much for all who have joined me. Truly happy to have you on this April Fool's Day night, if you will. All right, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification. Also, let me know how this has resonated below. I definitely want to know. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. You ready? Okay, the answer for today is a hard no, my friend. I truly hope that you have received messages that you need here today. Don't forget to check out your weekly zodiac readings. I just put those up today. And let me know again how this has resonated with you. Blessings to you, and I will see you again soon for another reading. Bye for now.